Hello, my name is Joshua Eiberg, and this is my final project, and I should say, and then to all you, since this is a First Nations Literature class. What I decided to do for my final project is to do artwork, because that's what I'm good at, and it's my major, studio art therapy. And going into this, I really didn't know what I was going to do, because it's a First Nations literature class. I don't know how I'm going to interpret this final project, but in the first week of the class, I was kind of interested in this artist called Pablito Velarde, and she does have really good works. She displays about our culture, and kind of captures it in a unique way, which I will show you right now. So the first part of this was inspired by Pablito Velarde. I tried to interpret that in my own way. What she tries to do is to interpret geometric shapes to interpret her own landscape, and again, it makes a good pattern. And what she was pretty into was interpreting wildlife, like the bird, the deer, and of course her people. And then there was this one painting I was thinking about, and it involves a warrior and a deer. The warrior's hunting the deer, but with this I just wanted him to like wonder at the deer and just have a sense of awe at it, even though he's hunting it. And an interesting note to look at is at her artwork is that she has interesting birds, almost cartoon-like and ostrich-like, and kind of pleasing. And it was pretty much fun to paint too and draw. And in the novel Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko, we meet our protagonist called Tayo, and basically he comes from the white and his Native American tribe of the Pueblo people, but he kind of feels kind of torn, and he just arrived from the World War II, and he's suffering PTSD. But his PTSD is kind of unique because it kind of manifests itself as pains in the stomach, which he uses alcohol to manage. And so he first goes to the first Native American healer. He uses traditional methods, to heal him. But that doesn't work. So he goes to another healer who uses the Yellow Pages, Coke bottles, and just normal junk from contemporary society. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Using contemporary stuff, meaning the past, in order to help someone, in this case Tayo. And that's my interpretation of Tayo. And the other works that I felt a connection to personally were The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fistfight in Heaven by Sherman and Alexie, short stories, and Walking the Res Road by Jim Northup. And I wanted to interpret that in another painting, as you see here. So, first discussion of the painting is that Victor, with his friend Sadie, they go into a carnival, they meet Dirty Joe, who's a drunk Native American. They mess with him. They think, oh, this is fun. Let's just put him on a roller coaster, see how he goes. And then he, of course, stumbles out drunk. He pukes. People are laughing at him, and soon Victor feels kind of bad because he basically just made his own part of his people an amusement, an attraction for the white people to laugh at. And when reading this, I kind of thought when he was going through the fun house, the Crazy Mirrors, that he was kind of seeing himself as Dirty Joe. Like, that could be me, because I'm drunk. Well, he's not drunk yet. My parents are drunkards. I could be drunk. It's going to be inevitable. I could be just like Dirty Joe. And that's what I kind of wanted to interpret in the painting. Dirty Joe is there. He's looking, and Victor's looking at him. So it's kind of a reflection of what is coming, a ghost of what is yet to come. So, and I kind of liked it, like the carnival setting, because I love carnivals and circuses, and I kind of wanted to put that here, and just to experiment, with different colors, and of course put a mirror in there. And I thought that it was really emotional because you're making a mockery of your own people, and it's just pretty sad. And it is funny. I thought it was really funny at first, but it kind of goes to this Zen place of seriousness, which I felt was more. I thought Walking the Rose Road stories were more serious, and I kind of made a connection towards one of the stories called Bloody Money, where Lukewarm Water goes to donate plasma in order to get money. And I'm a college student. I did that to get money, and you earn a decent living, like about $20, $40, $50, depends. And it was a pretty tough year because I had to pay utilities. The winter was harsh, and that drained my account. I felt like cow. And how Lukewarm Water says his experiences is that he is a cow. He's bleeding. He's giving his life juices, in order to pay for himself, get a few measly bucks. And I felt like a cow, actually. And it kind of turns you off from ever donating blood again, because you get poked so many times. But you need money. Money talks. And that's why I wanted to put in this part of the painting where he's holding his hand out. There's the I think just measuring your heart pumps and it's kind of like a heart, and you bleed out, and this is the fruits of your labor, money. And I kind of wanted to be more visceral and bloody because it is kind of serious. The book is more serious than Lone Ranger and Tonto fist fight in heaven. That was my interpretation of it. And the last one was from the last two novels we read, which were The Housemaid at Dawn and The Man Who Killed a Deer, where we have our protagonist. One is watched over by the deer because the deer haunts him through it, but I kind of found that he found solace in him having his own son come into the world, where he kind of felt disconnected from the tribe because he was an outcast. He went to the Indian boarding schools, but through his son, there's a new hope for the next generation of being connected and being one with your culture. And with these two books, I felt they were more spiritual than the others, which they did talk about spirituality, of course, but I thought they had a more visual sense of their interpretation of spirituality. And right here is the Housemaid of Dawn character, the albino, where our protagonist sees him as a witch turning into snakes, hallucinating. I just thought that was just pretty cool. Other than that, I thought that this class, what I got from this class was a unique experience to look at writers from our country. They are Americans. They were first here, but they kind of went through a lot because they got their land taken away, their rights. They were sent to boarding schools to become conforming to the white society. They've been to a lot, and it's kind of unique to see a different perspective of the world, rather than the British literature like Jane Eyre or German fairy tales or all that. So it's just interesting to see what a group has been through and what they're still going through. And I don't think many people see Native Americans as having a voice, but they do have a voice. They definitely do. And these books right here and these authors, I think, give voices to those voices. So it was a pretty unique experience, and I might keep these books because I like this one especially. So yeah, that is my project. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.